That's fishy. Oh, yeah, Jeff Fisher. Oh, it gets better and better, doesn't it? And the Rams face the Pats on Sunday. Nice coincidence. Well, on Wednesday, Fisher was asked about the Pats' running back trio of Blount, Lewis, and White. Here's what he had to say.
I have a place in my heart for LeGarrette because I gave him the start, and I have great respect for him. I've been impressed with Brandon, and what he's done out of the backfield. And you got to deal with him in addition to Danny, and you got playmakers all around.
Does he want to get fired? Because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, the Rams have spun it. Very LA of them to spin something. They hired a publicist, and they said they've since come out and said that, you know what? He wasn't talking about what he thought he was talking about. He's actually talking about Danny Amendola, not Danny
the other running back.
Yeah. He's a wide receiver who also plays special teams, right?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, LZ, what is wrong with Jeff Fisher? I'm concerned about his health.
The next time you see a microphone, Mr. Fisher, run. Do not talk, because between Eric Dickerson fight, which is still going on, Eric Dickerson is still looking at TV cameras and radio stations saying, they won't let me on the sideline. They won't let me on the sideline. Why? Because you screwed up, Jeff Fisher. And now here you are again screwing up. But you know the sad thing is, we're still not sure out in L.A. if he's going to be fired. Despite all of this that happened this season, despite 5 consecutive losing seasons,
Why is that, LZ?
I think he knows where the bodies are.
All right.
And he's got pictures, Marcellus.
He's got pictures.
For the sake of not piling on, because what you guys are saying is strong against him. I've been in that moment before as a former player. You sit there in a dark room watching film. And when you're watching film, there's no sound. There's no broadcaster. There's no one telling you who these guys are. You just see numbers. How many times over the years have we seen players say, yeah, man, number 27 looks good? Like, hold on. You're about to play number 27. Who is number 27? They don't know. We don't know. And at times,
bogus,
a coach may not know exactly.
That is so bogus.
He has coordinators for that.
You know the book is this thick for every game, for all the plays, all the players.
Yes.
You know.
And who does that dirty work for you? Your coordinators. Head coaches a lot of times delegate responsibility.
A
lot of times.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
You bring up a great point. Use numbers then.
Yeah.
Speak your own language. Change the narrative. What is going on? I'm concerned about his health. I said it before. It's the first sign. Look it up, Jeff. It's the first sign.
Well, these are the last footsteps of a coach walking off a cliff. And I've seen it happen before. When they want to find things on you, things will get exaggerated, and you will step in it. Right now, he's been stepping in it.
This is not exaggerated. Not knowing who's on the other team, that's an exaggeration.
What cameraman is that? What's his name? You know?
Yeah, 12.
We don't know everything.
That's how you get away with it.
Calm down, man.
Listen,
Let it
hold on. Can we still talk football, please? Who the real MVP? Well, I'm telling you, Cowboy rookies Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, they have taken the league by storm this season, of course, leading the Cowboys to a 10-1 record. The success even has some thinking one could be named MVP. But get this, guys. According to the latest MVP poll of ESPN Football Insiders, those two are behind Derek Carr, Matt Ryan, and LZ's favorite, Tom Brady, in the voting. LZ, come on. Are Dak and Zeke getting the credit they indeed deserve?
You know, what's been really happening over these past couple of weeks is that there's been this narrative that the real MVP of Dallas is the offensive line.
That's correct.
They're the ones that are holding the fort, making these rooms for Ezekiel Elliott, and I get that. My question is, how on earth are you going to put 3 other quarterbacks in front of Dak? Because they also have really good offensive lines as well. So if the rationale is the offensive line is real MVP, then how you can't throw a football the way that Derek Carr does, especially because he ain't moving that much, without a great offensive line. So they all have great offensive lines. The question is, what else do you do once you got those holes? Ezekiel Elliott has been, will be, and forever will be this season's MVP, in my opinion.
Ooh, I think that's off. I mean, you started strong, but then you ended wrong. Let's start there.
Well, who's MVP then?
It's easy. It's Dak Prescott. I'll tell you why. This offensive line last year was the same offensive line it is this year. All of a sudden, they're tremendous. But guess what? When you don't have that quarterback that they didn't have last year in Dallas, we saw the offensive line have their issues. They had a carousel of running backs that collectively were productive, but they didn't have the workhorse like they got in Ezekiel Elliott. That said, Derek Carr has the most expensive offensive line. The greatest investment at the offensive line is in Oakland. And everyone's giving him credit, and he deserves it. But if you look at what happened in Dallas without a quarterback, and then you see what's happening this year, you got to give it to their quarterback.
Let me tell you
to Dak.
something. I'm all about Derek Carr, and I'm not just jumping on the wagon, Raider fans. Look what this guy has done. He's unbeaten on the road. He keeps this team together. He is the glue for sure. As we can see, making the MVP case. Carr, to me, is...
Those numbers look better for Dak. I just want you to know that. You put that up like to support your argument. That hurts your argument right
Listen,
there.
who's
That's
responsible for putting that graphic up? I'm trying to make
Thank you, whoever put that up. Whoever put that up, you're welcome.
Responsible, get out. I know I'm just a fill-in. Derek Carr is the man. He has it all together. I mean, there's a lot of moving bodies. And oh, by the way, he's made Jack Del Rio a great head coach.
Oh, don't you do that. Wait a minute. I love me some Jack Del Rio. He was great in Jacksonville.
Exactly.
It got a little old at the end, but guess what? He was great in Jacksonville.
This is why Ezekiel Elliott to me is the MVP. Who is who is leading the league in rushing?
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
Is Derek Carr the best quarterback in the league?
No, not
he
the
has
best.
had so many fourth quarter comebacks.
No.
No.
Is he third? Maybe. If you got a maybe next to your name, you're not the MVP.
Well, you know
I'm telling you
what?
something.
The disturbing thing
Wait,
about these conversations
All right, go
is
ahead.
we look like we don't like another candidate. All of those 5 guys can win the MVP this year.
Oh, absolutely.
I just don't want that to go out there because I think they're all deserving, but Dak, small edge to him.
Here's the thing,
Ezekiel
my point
Elliott.
about Ezekiel Elliott. I could run through those holes, that's number one. And number
no
two,
seals.
that's true. Where's that camera?
Yeah, we need a camera
There's
in
a
here.
camera under the desk,
Oh,
but
I
we're
see
not
that
showing it
shot.
to you. LZ, the other thing is that as a running back, you don't have as much on your plate to think about as a quarterback. That's why QBs get the big
There you
bumps.
go. There
They
you
got
go.
a lot to think about, and that's to Marcellus's point. If you're going to give it to one or the other, you got to give it to
a
Dak
quarterback.
Prescott. But Derek Carr is my number one MVP right now.
Got
But
you,
how many
girl.
weeks we
There
got
you
left?
go, right.
5, 6? There's plenty of time to
Take
change
it in,
over.
Linda. You know.
All right,
right.
well, listen. I
Ezekiel,
know. I want to come back.
I won that argument. It's amazing.
Oh, number one Jeer. It's time for 3 Jeers. Number one Jeer. Uh-oh, here he is. We call him Jonas Valanciunas. Raptors, Grizzlies.
Sound like some hors d'oeuvres.
Valanciunas.
If your name was easier, you would have got that job.
Call them Jonas.
He's annoyed with his point guard because, look what happened there.
These some salty Jonas.
And then number 2, our number 2 Jeer, Niko Juricic. That's right.
Man, what's going on with the name
Tough
game today?
times. Well, they brought this for
I'm
me.
glad you're
I
hosting.
apologize.
Oh.
Yeah, he followed up the block with an air ball. Something wrong with that?
You going with
Little
a
bit.
step
I
away,
think he's
jerk,
shooting.
one-legged fade?
I just love the fact he's like, I got this, coach. I got this.
And he didn't.
He shot that with
And
confidence.
3 cheers for Dwight Howard. Oh, Dwight. Oh, my goodness.
He having a great year, though.
No point guard issues for him. What is he
What
doing
was
there?
that? Damn. Been in that weight room. What you mean?
That Prescott?
Weight room issues, brother.
Really?
Strength and conditioning coach is smiling, though.
Is that the real MVP, Linda?
Oh, yeah, right? No, don't go there, LZ. Conor McGregor has obtained a boxing license to fight in the state of Cali. We discuss if he's serious or just a stunt.
Do it. This Sports Nation.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Linda, Marcellus, and LZ, according to reports, Conor McGregor has been issued a boxing license to fight in the state of California. And naturally,
Oh, in the
that
basketball
set off
court,
excitement about a potential fight with who? Floyd Mayweather? But Leonard Ellerbe, CEO of Mayweather Promotions, had this to say: just stop it. The con game is over. There's no way WMEING, ABC, now I threw that in, spent all that money so they can get their biggest star killed. It would never happen. Oh, you think it would never happen? I gotta ask Marcellus. Is this just a stunt by Conor McGregor?
It's a stunt. It's not just a stunt. I think he's taking the temperature of the fans. He's taking the temperature of us in the media, everyone who will respond to this accordingly. And most people will talk about this. And if this hits a fever pitch that turns out and monetizes and materializes into $100 million plus for Conor and Floyd, I don't care what Leonard Ellerbe says, and I respect the hell out of that man. That will change. His tune will change. Floyd's tune will change. And we've seen this before. The greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali.
Remember that.
Took on Lyle Alzado in a fight. We turn our sports into carnival at times if the amount is right.
This is a PR stunt. And I went and looked it up because I was like, how in the heck did you even
You
get
did
them?
research?
Yes,
Is it
I
there?
did.
Okay.
$60 to get a license in California for boxing.
That much?
So for $60, you get all this free publicity. All we're doing is talking about, Conor. That dude can't box, and we know that.
Well,
he's not a boxer.
So-
And the other thing, too, that's a little caveat to all of this.
Yes, please.
The last time Floyd Mayweather fought in California, or not in Vegas, Marcellus was still playing. 2005. That's the last time he did not fight in Vegas. So if the license was in Vegas, then maybe we can start talking about it. He got a license in California. Floyd only fights in Nevada. Come on now.
I now know what I'm doing. I now know what I'm doing after the show. I'm standing in line to get a boxing license.
There you go. You should wear those heels.
$60. Where's that shoe cam?
We need the shoe cam.
Be careful, though.
All right,
That's how it starts.
Can we keep this going? Thanks. Let's keep this going. Hey, next up, Indiana beat North Carolina last night, and legendary Indiana star Isiah Thomas. What did he do? No. During the game, he went over to the students section, was given a crying Jordan sign, which he clearly enjoyed waving. He told ESPN, quote, "There were two girls sitting behind me, so Isiah, how could they see? Two IU students, and one of them handed it to me. I knew the crowd would go crazy, and they did when I held it up. I love just being a fan. It was fun." LZ, before we get your take, listen to me. I'm all about fan first. That's what I am, right? That's what I do. I love my teams. I'm right, exactly. And so I respect Isiah being a fan. But you don't be a fan by belittling others, and that's what you're doing by holding the Jordan face up there. You're knocking the greatest down to raise yourself up.
Did Jordan shrink last night?
What do you mean?
Like the very idea of Michael Jordan. Was that hurt at all? The brand Michael Jordan, was that hurt? No, it wasn't hurt at all. Listen, this has been going on basically since Michael was a rookie and they froze him out. Michael Jordan took time out of his Hall of Fame speech to be like, yo, I remember how you froze me out when I was a rookie.
Yeah.
So this is a grudge between the two that's been going on for years and years and years. He kept him off the dream team over this. So I thought Isiah Thomas did it, understanding that he's like going, this is my chance to get one last dig.
And get attention, Marcellus. That's what this was about.
And nothing wrong with it. If that's your relationship, let's go. Let's keep digging, because the dream team obviously still stings him, Isiah Thomas. And on top of that, y'all in the media, us, whatever you want to call it,
remember that.
will never fully accept Isiah Thomas for some of his wrongdoings. And I think he knows that. I think he's at a point where he's like, you know what? Let me turn heel. Since they will never love me because of some of the things I've done, now I'm just going to go all in, and I'm going to make this public feud even greater than it was before. So I don't got a problem with it. If that's your relationship, do it.
First of all, don't include me in that, because I love
me some Zeke. I'll give you that.
I do not like Michael Jordan. I have never worn a pair of Jordans. They sent us Jordans to this show, and I told the producers to send them back.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear Michael Jordan.
14? Were they 14?
I was just going to say, did they get your size right? Was that really the real reason why they sent back?
Doing?
They didn't have your size.
It's close enough.
You cannot like the man. That's fine. Love them shoes, though, bro. Next time, you better hook your boy
catch
up.
my Detroit foot up in a Jordan shoe.
You taking
it
that
always
way
comes
too
back
far
to
now.
the Motor City. Moving on.
Detroit versus everybody.
Shall we? Remember that time last year when Cam Newton did that? That's right. Tossed the 12th man flag after the Panthers beat the Seahawks in the playoffs. Hey, Richard Sherman remembers. The Seahawks face the Panthers this weekend, by the way. And when asked about it, Richard said this.
I know you've always defended his celebrations during games, but did he cross the line when he did that after the game last year?
Yeah, he probably did, and, I guess karma gets you. Doesn't look like you're going to be in the playoffs this year.
Gannon.
Oh, that is
Get him, boy. Get him.
It was so great. Bring it on. Karma, baby. It hurts Marcellus. Good for Richard Sherman.
Oh, really? What happened to this don't belittle someone else talk? Where'd that go, Linda?
Who said that?
About 5 seconds ago. You already changed your script. I like it. I'm not going to lie. I like the result. Look, I'm not going to get into the whole karma element. Nothing happened last year that reflects on this team this year. There's a disconnect there. But with that said, that's a pretty good dig on a guy who obviously enjoyed the moment last year and embarrassed your fan base with the whole flag throwing. Now this year, get him back and make sure you know that you're going to pay for it.
You doing all this. You ripping down
Don't
flags.
you ever dab again.
So when you fall down, people are going to kick you.
Yep.
That's just the way it is.
Yep.
In every aspect of culture in our society, but especially in sports. When you get down, we're going to kick you.
Yeah.
Well, I know that was the heat of the moment last year for Cam, but no excuses. That was something special. That's personal. 12th man. You don't throw that away.
Yeah.
You don't toss it
Well,
like it means nothing.
Yeah. In the spirit of the moment, you kind of get excited and you forget about the consequences of it. But, hey, way to pay it back. Way to pay it back. I ain't mad at you, Richard. Way to get it back.
I love you, Richard.
vicious.
Coming up, our resident barber, Courtney, you heard me, is going to shave Marcellus's horrible mustache right off. Thank the Lord. Until then, here are some NFL superlatives with Jimmy Fallon. Thank you. Thank you.
Leave it alone.
Our first player is Sam Bradford. He was voted most likely to corner you in a party to talk about the dip. You think there's 7 layers in there? 8 layers?
Go easy on it.
Here is Joe Looney. He was voted most likely to look at you, reach out his arms, and say, up, up, when he's tired of walking. Next, we have Travis Frederick. He was voted most likely to make you answer a riddle before crossing his bridge.
Me. 3 riddles me.
And finally, from the Vikings is Audie Cole. He was voted grungiest Val Kilmer. There you go, everybody.